Okay, this is a video about like how to deal with a complainer and to know when is a complainer, like when is a complainer to blame, who deserved the consequences, and all that. So all I'm gonna say is this: if we told the complainer, talk it out, learn to get even, be as immature as they are, but keep it peaceful. I don't need to hear every negative story about these people. Just keep it peaceful and find subtle ways to get even with them. And then they still won't listen. They want to complain. Then they, including the people that they're complaining about, is a problem. Here's one thing, okay? If a complainer is complaining about the same exact things all the time, but their co-workers are the ones with the crazy stories about this one person, then go after the co-workers and the complainer and the complainer. So yeah. Because it's like sometimes it's not just the complainer who is the problem. Okay, it's like sometimes it is the people who they're complaining about. Like some people don't complain. Some people don't complain unless a coworker messes with them and refuses to listen when they try to talk it out. I was that complainer. And another thing, if everybody the complainer with, if everybody the complainer is with is always abusing them, is always doing the most, and always doing this and that and the other, then the complainer is a problem. Mainly, it's the complainer, not everybody else. So the complainer deserves to get kicked out the job. But if the complainer is minding their business and only telling you the truth of what the other coworkers has been doing, just saying the same things like this is what they doing. Nothing too wild, but they're messing with me little by little. Like every time you ask the complainer what's going on with the coworkers, he's just gonna be like, this is what they doing, but I'm just doing me, I'm just keeping the peace, I'm focusing on me. And yet the co-workers are the ones creating crazy stories about them. The co-workers need to get in trouble. They don't have to get fired, but they can get written up. I'm going to tell you this: if the co-worker is complaining about the person more than the person is complaining about the co-workers, they complain about everything they do, making a big deal out of everything they do. Uh Turning, like, having their own crazy stories, each one having their own crazy story about this one person. The co-workers are the problems. They need to get written up, they need to have some suspension, all that. Something. Or different consequences for each one. So some of them, at least like most of them, can still work, but give them some consequences. Write them up or something. If every quiet, boring person, I'm telling you this, if every quiet, boring person is getting fired from their job, it's the co-worker's fault. And I know what you're gonna say. Quiet seems suspicious. Like nobody plans a murder out loud. Here's the thing: not all introverts are planning a murder. Sometimes they are very quiet, and sometimes they are just boring. But if you want to get an introvert to talk more, like here's the thing about the introverts. Here's the thing about these boring introverts. Cause I'm gonna tell you this: everybody needs a job, but it's like introverts deserve a job as much as extroverts. So if you got a problem, like if coworkers have a problem with introverts and you want to confront the introverts about talking, just tell the introvert, like, you don't have to talk every 2 seconds. Okay? Like, talk when you have been talked to. Give us enough information. It don't have to be a lot of words. Just give us enough information. Don't act too secretive where we think you're up to something. Like, you can be secretive, but don't be too secretive. Where you're causing all, where we think that you're plotting something and causing trouble. Okay, you do not have to talk mindlessly like an extrovert. Everybody is different, but just talk. Just say enough. Just say enough, and then I'll leave you alone. You don't have to talk a lot, but don't talk too little. Just say enough information, and that's good enough. All right, because it's like coworkers be having a problem with introverts. Like, some coworkers be having a problem with introverts and all that stuff. Uh, uh, they be having a problem with introverts for being quiet, but it's like there's nothing wrong with being quiet, but there is something wrong with being too quiet unless you are nonverbal or nonchalant. Like, nonverbal, nonchalant, there's nothing wrong with that. But you gotta give some information, enough information. You don't have to use your words, just use pictures, sign language, whatever. You do not have to talk every 2 seconds. Just give enough information, and people will leave you alone. Just saying. Bye.